Hey, how's everything going? Just wanted to come in and say something to you really quick. Now, I'm going to be uploading quite a few encouraging, inspirational readings, and sometimes just to get on here and put some of my own thoughts out. And I wanted to encourage you to do something while we are still in this pandemic, which is far from over. Get you a journal. Now, this one is one of my church journals. And it says, "The Lord stood with me and gave me strength." And that is from Second Timothy. But this is my church journal that when I'm at church, when I'm normally in church, that I'm writing down all the sermon notes. So this is one of my journals from actually the past year or so. And what I've been doing is going back and reading some of those sermon notes. And I want to encourage you to get you a journal. Start writing down what your life was about, how your life was when the pandemic first started. What were you doing? What was going on around you? Then I want you to write where you are now because it's been 6 months. So write your beginning of the pandemic, write what's going on now. What changes have been made that were out of your control? What changes have you made that was somewhat in your control? What changes have gone on in your life? And where do you think your life is going from here? So that's a challenge that I have for you because I want to keep a journal because we're in history right now. We're in history and we're also in a biblical history too. Let me just say it like that. 2020 is God's 2020 vision because we didn't see pandemic or this other stuff happening. So this is God's 2020 for sure. So I encourage you to start your journal. Get you just a tablet out or some old-fashioned paper and pen and just start journaling how your life was before the pandemic, how it has changed in the past 6 months, and what are you going to do going forward? How do you plan to live your life? So you can go back and reflect later, and I think you'll be surprised. You go back and look at what was going on 6 months ago and how your life has changed now. You can kind of see it on paper. Sometimes it might be even a little scary to you, but I think it's a good thing to do. So I encourage you to get your journal, start your journal, and then as we all go through this together, we keep God out front and we go back and we see where the Lord has brought us from and what He's going to bring us through and what He's going to bring us to. All right, get that journal. Start journaling. Be blessed and tell some friends too. Be blessed.